I think this is excellent work, and as I said earlier, it's unusual. It's very unusual for citizens' organizations to develop this kind of expertise, which makes a difference on the ground, focusing on victims, individual victims also. So I think it's and intervening in courts, it's brought about some change, but they've also had to face reprisals, legal reprisals, and you could even say there's a war, or sometimes it looks like there's a war against the organization, so on. So I think this is excellent, excellent work. It involves talented professionals. It involves people who have not just the legal skill, but the staying power and the guts to face that. Journalism intersecting with the law, I think largely accounts for this. There are also people from the stage, theatre personalities, who've taken a hell of a risk in this situation, who didn't have to do it by normal professional standards to do this. So I think this is a commendable enterprise. It's got into some controversial areas, which is unavoidable in the situation. So I think it's very unusual, and there must be more such movements and organizations in the country. It's not just an NGO. In fact, to call it an NGO often is misleading. It's an NGO only in the technical sense. That's not a government organization, but I think it's a movement. It's a movement with expertise, plenty of resources, internal resources that we need more of here, because the injustice, this is the age of injustice. This is the age where peace is not practiced in India. We know how many journalists have been killed, and in the global impunity index, India is in what I call a club of shame. 13 countries where, from India, I think since 1992, more than 40 odd cases where journalists have been murdered for their journalism. The Committee to Protect Journalists, the international body, monitors this and documents it. And not a single case there of those 40 plus cases has been resolved, has been finally resolved, meaning at the end of the process, you've been, the perpetrators, the guilty have been put away by the Supreme Court, the final adjudicator. So I think we are in a very unenviable situation. Even Sri Lanka, which we talked about, has got out of that club of shame. So I think these are things that have to be attended to. So citizens for justice and peace, we need more of that.